Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am setting off on my very first solo backpacking trip as a blind person. I'm super excited to show you guys what's going on, take you along with me, and let's get started. So I am doing the first part of the trail with a friend, and then I am asking her to abandon me alone in the mountains as a blind person. I will have 2 days and 1 night on my own to navigate and survive. It will be all up to me at that point. I'm really excited to test my skills and just to see how well I do, see what goes wrong. I'm sure there's going to be things that are unexpected that go wrong and things that are unexpected that go right. This is a trail I have done before. I've done this trail probably like 5 times, so I know it pretty well. It's something I'm very familiar with, very comfortable doing. There's a couple of spots that I'm a little bit worried about. The worst, most dangerous creek crossing is something we are going to be doing together before we split off, and I'm kind of happy about that because I don't know if I would be comfortable doing that particular creek crossing on my own. It's just super sketchy. I mean, any challenges I encounter after we split off, I am going to have to find a way to handle them because that's my only option. So we're gonna hope it works. As far as safety goes, I will be traveling with a Garmin InReach Mini, so I have satellite communication. I can send messages to my wife, and I will have location updates so she can look at the device and see if I am still on trail and still moving and all of that good stuff, so she can kind of keep an eye on my safety from that standpoint. I also will be carrying bear spray and a knife, as well as a first aid kit just in case anything happens. On this trip, I will be testing out a new piece of gear that I'm super excited about. So let me show you what it is. This is my adventure cane. I hope this is in frame. So it is like any other white cane. This is my normal cane that I travel with on a day-to-day basis. As you can see, I have the roller ball marshmallow tip on the end. This cane has a wheel, and this rolls over obstacles, so you don't have to slow down or stop for every single rock and root that's on the trail. You just kind of roll over it, and then you know it's there because the cane told you, but you don't have to stop for it. Also, I got it in this super pretty green color because I don't have to abide by the color laws when it comes to canes and traffic because there's not going to be vehicle traffic. It'll just be people, so I won't have to worry about that. So I figured I would splurge and get a fun color. I don't know if this is going to slow me down or help me. Sometimes there's mobility aids out there that I think actually slow me down more than they help me. We'll see if this is one of them, but I'm super excited to give it a try. So the first part of this trip will probably mostly just be voiceovers over footage that I've taken because my friend who is coming with me does not want to be on camera, which I totally respect. And so I think it'll just be easier to do some voiceovers for that first part until I split off from her, and then it will go to more of a vlog style. One thing I did not kind of realize as I was filming this, I did a lot of it in portrait mode. I'm so used to filming in portrait mode that I didn't even think to turn my phone horizontally for landscape mode. So you will have to deal with a little bit of inconsistency there. I apologize. That is something I am going to get better at, and making sure I'm remembering to film in landscape mode, but it'll still work out. As a blind videographer, you are going to have to deal with me not having the camera at the right angle, and also you'll have to deal with possibly bad photography. We'll see. And without further ado, let's get on trail. For our first night there, we decided to sleep at elevation, so we just walked a little bit onto the trail and found a good spot to set up camp for the night. I had a lovely view of the sky, didn't need a tarp or anything. And the next morning, it was so cozy. It wasn't very cold at all, but I did not want to get out of my sleeping bag. I was real cozy. This is the view and soundscape I got to wake up to. And finally, we get to get on trail. We had really good conditions to hike in. It was not too hot, not too cold. We were making pretty good time. And I was loving testing out the adventure cane. It works so well. We are covering a lot more distance than I thought we would. We are really doing good for pace. First creek crossing went really well, and then when we stopped for a break, my friend found these really cool fungi. They're fun looking. I think she said they're cup fungus or something. Anyway, super cool. Got to hike through some really pretty trees and got to hike past some beautiful lakes. And now we are just covering some distance and looking for a good place to camp and stopping to see all the good views on the way. So right before we got to our camp spot, we found this gorgeous view that I had to show you. So I just wanted to show you guys the process of me setting up my hammock. As you can see, I sat in it and laid down in it to make sure that it was the right height and angle to be comfortable. And then I put in my sleeping bag and my under quilt I'm hanging underneath. And now I am hanging up the line for my bug net so that I can attach the clips to that. And then comes the difficult process of sliding the hammock through the ends of the bug net, unclipping it, reclipping it so that it is secure. And now I am just tightening up everything so that everything lays how it should, making sure the underquilt is not too high or too low, and getting everything situated there. And then all that's left is the tarp. So I'm just going to hang that from both ends of the tree, tighten up the cinches real tight, and then I will stake out the four corners and tighten those up as well so nothing is moving around. And that is pretty much it. I am ready for a cozy night of sleep in a hammock. So I didn't get any footage of that evening or the next morning, so the next thing you are going to see is the very next day after we have hiked a bit and split up from each other. Alright guys, so I just split off from my friend. So I'm on my own now. I am at the lake that I am going to be camped at. I just have to now find a place to set up my hammock and everything. And my bug net especially. The bugs are terrible. Yeah, so I'm gonna find a spot to set up my hammock. It's only like, I think 9:30 or 10 in the morning. We got here way quicker than I was expecting. So I have the whole day to just chill and hang out and hopefully not talk myself into worrying. Okay, so I ended up walking all the way around the lake because I thought there would be better spots to camp over this way, and you can't really get down to the water very easily from this part of the trail. So I'm gonna backtrack a little bit and look for somewhere to camp that is easier to get to, and I'll check back in with you guys once I'm there. Okay, so challenge, unforeseen circumstance number one of solo backpacking and camping as a blind person is it was very hard to find a spot to set up a tent or a hammock. I have a hammock system right now, and that's what I was looking for, was just a couple trees to set that up in, and it looked like it was going to be very easy. I tried out 12 different sets of trees. They were either way too close together or way too far apart. There's just so much underbrush. There's just so much dead fallen stuff in there. Also, I didn't want to risk a dead tree falling on me. So I am actually making the decision to keep going today because it's only like, here's the thing, it's like 12:30. I think I spent like 2.5 hours looking for a spot, which it wouldn't have taken a sighted person that long, but it takes me longer to suss things out. Still, way too long. If I hadn't found a spot in 2.5 hours, I don't think I was gonna find a spot. There were a couple really good ones, but they were already taken. So I'm gonna head down the mountain to the lake at the base of the mountain, which is bigger. It is more busy, but it's usually mostly busy with tent campers, so I think I should very easily be able to find a spot to hammock camp, and it's going to make my trek out tomorrow a lot shorter. So here is to changing the plan and knowing when to call something quits and when to change a plan. Also, the adventure cane is absolutely fantastic. This is my first time using it backpacking. It is changing my life. I love it so much. I'm so happy with it. It just goes right over rocks and logs and everything. It's fantastic. It really helps me sense elevation changes without having to stop to adjust to those elevation changes. Okay, so I'm taking a quick little break in the shade for a minute. I'm about 2/3 of the way down the mountain, and it's only taken me like 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes to get this far, so it's all downhill, which makes it easy. But this is my first time doing the hiking portion alone, so that seems to be going well. The adventure cane is working wonderfully. I haven't had too many issues trying to figure out where the trail is. If I am ever unsure, I always just check my map to see what direction I should be going. I think the bugs are getting slightly better down this way, so I'm hoping I made the right choice in camping at Sherd Lake tonight. I'm gonna be very curious to see if I can find a camping spot for my hammock. If the issue wasn't that there wasn't a spot, maybe it was my vision, maybe I couldn't tell if there was a good spot. But I think that when I get down, that should help me determine if it was a me problem or if it was just there wasn't good spots. And we'll see how hard it is or how easy it is to find a spot down there. So wish me luck. All right, I just got to the lake at the bottom of the mountain, and I went and scouted it out without my pack first, so I didn't have to lug it around, and I think I found a good hammock spot. I really hope it works. And here's the lake. All right, good news. I found a hammock spot. I found somewhere to camp for the night, which is a huge relief. I think it was just the lake I was at. The trees were really not great for hammocking because it took some finding, but I found a pretty good pair of trees. One of them's a little bit small, but I made it work. So now I just get to chill out for the rest of the afternoon and set up camp. I will probably set up my bug net in a little bit. The bugs are way better at this lake. I am so glad I changed my mind and decided to keep going and yeah, camp at this lake instead. It's just way better. I got my hammock all set up with the bug net and tarp because it did start to rain. I think it's done now though. And I'll go ahead and put in the underquilt and sleeping bag later once it gets colder. It's still pretty warm right now. Okay, so it's about 3 in the afternoon and I really need to go down to the lake and get some water to filter. But I really don't want to because it's far and I'm in a hammock, so I'm comfortable. And it's hot out, and my hammock tarp provides shade. I have a lot of reasons. Oh, I suppose I must. Or I could just lay here for a while. Okay. Alright, I went down. I got my 3-liter knock bag filled up, mostly filled up with water, and I am just gonna let gravity filter it for me until it fills up my water bottle here. And I should still have plenty for the morning to refill to hike out, so this should be the last time I have to get water. I am a happy camper right now. I just changed into my camp shoes and my feet can breathe. Oh, it's lovely. So we do have one tiny little concerning thing. I'm not sure how worried I should be. The tree that I'm attached to over here, so the wind just picked up, and every time the wind blows, I can feel the tree move. Like it's waving in the wind, and like these trees are really, really, really tall, and most of them are very, very thin, so it's probably fine, but I don't know how concerned I should be about this. It is 7 p.m. and my allergies have hit me so hard. I took a Benadryl like an hour and a half ago, and it doesn't even feel like it's done anything. And this is a little bit miserable. This happens every time I go backpacking though, so I knew it was going to happen. I'm just grateful it didn't happen until my last night, so that's something at least. Alright, it's 8 o'clock. My allergies are not very fun right now, so I'm going to try to go to sleep. And hopefully I can sleep through the night and not be blowing my nose the whole night. We'll see. Hopefully I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. It is actually way brighter than it looks on camera. I have to turn on a light because the camera wasn't picking anything up, but it is blue hour before dawn. I slept so good. Oh my god. It is a little bit early. It's just before 5 a.m. But I got to wake up to the most beautiful soundscape, and this is why I do this. This right here is exactly why I do this. I'm gonna insert a clip of it here in just a second without me talking so you guys can hear the wonderful soundscape I woke up to. There was a lovely owl earlier that I didn't get to pick up on camera, but it's been wonderful. I think I'm still gonna try to go back to sleep for a little bit just to pass the time because I don't need to be up this early, but this has been lovely. I've had a very smooth night, so I'm very grateful for that. We have some very talkative squirrels this morning. I think it's time to go check and see if my bear can is still where I left it. I hope it is, because I'm not going to be able to find it very well if it's not. So to find my bear can, I have two methods that I use. The first is I have a GPS pin on my Gaia app where I left it so I can follow it on my phone. And the second thing I do, as you can see here in this clip, is I memorize small features of the land, and that is how I navigate my way back to my bear can. So I remember the shapes, the heights, the textures of different rocks and trees, and I kind of put these little landmarkers in my mind until I can find the next one and the next one, and I keep following them until I reach this log right here, which is my marker in this particular scenario. I follow this log until I find these kind of spiky bits on it, and I keep following them, and I know that my bear can should be right in front of them on the other side of the log. I think it's here. Let's see. Yes, there it is. All right, I'm back in my hammock because it's a little bit cold. Not too bad. It's actually been a pretty warm night. I had to take off my down socks and unzip my sleeping bag at one point because I was too warm, which is a luxury actually. All right, I am up, and it was really nice to be able to sleep in.
I'm not getting picked up until 11, and it's only like an hour hike out, if that. So I had a nice relaxing morning. I am letting my filter run. I just got that set up to refill my water bottle one last time while I am breaking down camp. So that will do all the work for me while I'm getting some other stuff ready. So I'm trying to finish packing up camp here, and there's been some pretty loud thunder coming from that direction. So I'm trying to decide, because I still have a couple hours until I'm gonna get picked up. So I'm trying to decide if I should pull my tarp back out and put my tarp up in case it starts to pour, or if I should head down the trail. And there is at the trailhead, there's an outhouse, and there's like a outcropping over the top of it, so I could always kind of wait there. I don't know which would be better. I don't know how long the storm's gonna last if it happens, of course, so just play it by ear, I guess. This is my view. It's lovely. I have about 2 more hours, 1.5 or 2 more hours before I need to get on trail. And I'm glad that this is the place I'm waiting at. It's actually pretty cold. The temperature has dropped quite a bit, I think, because the storm's clouds are rolling in. But I found a cute little squirrel who is sharing my hammock tree with me, and he's keeping me company. So, my squirrel friend abandoned me. I don't know where he went, but I'm going to find him. I named him Kevin. Well, actually, his full name is Sir Kevin III, Slayer of Acorns, Devourer of Nuts, but I call him Kevin for short, and I really hope he comes back. Kevin! Kevin, where are you? Kevin! Come here, Kevin! Come back! Alright, it is so cold, absolutely freezing. I am about to put my pack on and start walking down towards the trailhead. First I have to get back to the main trail because my campsite is pretty far back here, so that's going to be its own challenge. But then it should not take me long after that to get down to the trailhead. Isn't this just gorgeous? You know what's really nice about solo backpacking is you can make an executive decision to do something differently, and every decision you make is an executive decision because you're the only one and you're the executive. It's great. It's so quiet up here. I saw one group of hikers on their way up, but it is a Monday, so I don't expect it to be very busy today. I don't know if the temperature's warming up or if I'm just warming up because I'm moving, but I'm probably gonna have to shed some layers soon. I felt some more sprinkles, but nothing more serious than that, so no need for rain gear just yet. So I've got to show you guys this. I just ran into a barbed wire fence. I would not have known this was there without the adventure cane, so I am so grateful I had this, and that saved me from getting injured. It's starting to come down a little bit harder now, so I had to put my pack cover on so my gear doesn't get wet. I don't really care if I get wet because my clothes are gross from backpacking for 3 days, so they could use a shower anyways. I just want to take a moment to record a little soundscape of the rain and the birds. I can't see pictures very well, so this is really the way that I get to look back on these memories and enjoy them. This is heaven right here. Oh, we have the rain. I can hear the creek. I can hear thunder in the distance. It's lovely. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Oh, I don't want it to end. This is so wonderful. We're getting to see how my adventure cane does in the mud. And so far it's holding up really good in the mud. Let's go really fast. Let's do it. Let's do it. Ready? That was awesome. I'm an adult, I promise. I'm just an adult who never wants to grow up. That was so much fun. Okay, I want to do it again. Oh, that was awesome. My adventure cane, let me show you what it just did. I just ran right over that log and that rock. It just went right over it. I felt it. I jumped over it. That was empowering. That was awesome. I feel like I need to be the advertising person for the adventure cane, which it's not actually called the adventure cane. It's a normal cane, and the tip is the off-roading wheel, I believe. If any of you are also blind and wanting one, get it. If you're even questioning it, get it. Even if you think that you have enough vision to hike like somewhat okay, oh, this will improve it so much. This will improve your life, let me tell you. Oh, this is like the best. This is the best day ever, guys. It's raining and I'm hiking and I have an adventure cane. I could not get happier. Actually, I could get happier. I'm pretty sure that my wife has Arby's or something like that waiting for me in the car when she picks me up from the trailhead, which also sounds so good. Listen to that thunder. This is great. This is the best. I love my life. If you don't have a life you love, go and change it, man. That's what I did. It's hard, but it's doable. It's possible. Oh, there's some lightning. Ooh, yeah. I have to get out of here pretty quick. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, it's coming down, man. It's pouring. The adventure cane's still holding up, though. Mud and all. Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. Best day ever. I love the rain so much. I'm probably going to have to put my phone away, though, because it probably should not get this soaking wet. So I'll have to put it away, and I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. So I just had to go through that field over there, and that was a little terrifying because there's lightning striking everywhere, but I'm so close to the end of the trail. Okay, I am at the trailhead. I just went in, there's an outhouse here. I just went in and changed into my base layers and my rain layers on top of that. So I am nice and warm and dry now, and now I just have to wait a little while longer until my wife picks me up.
Definitely let me know if you guys have any questions. Put them in the comments below and I will try my best to answer all of your guys' questions. And I have some informational videos coming up very soon on how I navigate as a blind person. I also am working on a video for you guys about my vision loss and my blindness and just all of the details of what my vision loss is and what I can see and how that all works. So stay tuned for those. Definitely hit the subscribe button if you don't already subscribe. Make sure to do that and hit that bell so you know when I am posting new videos.